What does one do during one of the hottest weeks of the UK summer? Record YouTube videos in one of the hottest rooms of our house, of course. Hello, my name is Charlotte and welcome to my art studio here in Wiltshire in the UK. I'm going to be catching you up on the Project Buster series as it's been a little while since I've released an episode. However, I've managed to complete 2 projects, one of which wasn't in the series. Anyhow, and I've got to catch up with you about the cross stitch that I pulled out of the jar last time we were here. If you haven't already heard about the Project Buster series, head to the channel and click on that Project Buster playlist where you will see everything that I have been up to. So the Project Buster series is all about me trying to finish more before I start more. Has it worked? I'll let you be the judge of that. So I have in this jar over 100 projects. The last one, or the first one that I pulled out was, will it focus? Maybe not. Was the fox cross stitch. You kind of saw that. So in the last time we caught up about the Project Buster series, I showed you where this fox cross stitch began. Insert film here. So this is a really special project for me because I started this ages ago and I just put it down and haven't picked it up in ages. So when it was the first project to come out the jar, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought it would be something crochet. However, I have way more cross stitch projects, so it kind of made sense. And do you know what? I'm now not disappointed because this is where we've gotten to. Look at that. It is so special. So in this one, I have managed to finish off the fox on this half. So this pattern is a 2-pager. So I am working on this side and I'm currently working on all the leaves around it. So if I zoom back in, I hide my face, you'll be able to see all of this down here. And because I am one of those people, I cannot for the life of me remember where my stitches are. Partially because sometimes it's a really big block, so I could miscount, or because it's what we call confetti stitches, which means there's a bit here, a bit there, maybe just one colour. It's not full confetti, but it's still quite patchy, especially when you come down to the leaves. So I am that person, don't worry, this is a photocopy. I photocopied the design and you can see, again if I hide my face, I've almost finished this page. There's a tiny bit down here and then I've got all of this to go. And don't forget, this is only a quarter of the pattern. So I have a whole other side to go. However, I have to be quite specific when I cross stitch. I'll tell you about this in a second. I have to be quite specific when I cross stitch because where I sit isn't necessarily the coolest place in the house as we come into summer. Quite important, but also I need to be in the mindset to be able to concentrate. So I don't often watch TV that I want to keep note of. I kind of binge watch series or listen to podcasts, that kind of thing. So it's kind of one of those things of I have put down for a little while whilst I do a little secret project, which I don't know when that will be revealed, but having this printed out makes it so much easier. And the reason why I have it on a really nice bamboo clipboard is because I use a pen to mark it off. And of course, if this was just on the sofa, it'd be so much more annoying. And it means that I can also use it as a place to put spare thread if I need it in a minute, or I can have just this solid base If you're a crocheter, cross stitch, if you've got a pattern that you need to follow, I would definitely recommend a clipboard just because it makes your life that little bit easier. So one of the projects that I finished isn't actually with me here. However, we will catch up on it in a minute. And that is a circular weaving. However, in the meantime, it was my little boy's birthday. If you haven't met Oscar on the channel, he is currently asleep. He probably just heard his name. However, he was 13 not that long ago. So something special for him. My mother-in-law passed away. Oscar was their dog and we've now inherited him. And I used the sparkly yarn. So if you don't, oh, will it focus? Will it? Will it? I think it's just the setting I'm on. But basically this is sparkly yarn and it is horrible for people. However, he kind of really enjoys it. So I created, and I've just pulled this straight off his bed, a star blanket for him, a 7-star 6-day blanket. And do you know what? I am so happy with the results. It is something that this is the size of one of his beds and we can tuck it in. So he's got, despite being a West Highland Terrier, he has a huge bed. Like, look how big that is. But he does snuggle up to it. He does ruffle around with it. I am so happy with the results, as it managed to use all bar maybe 2 colours, which were like pinky and purpley. And just, it's so cute. Even I have to say so. In the instructions, it does say that these get quite addictive. And boy, do I believe that. I really, like, all I want to do is just crochet this 6-star, 6 days, 7-sided star blanket. 7 point. It's so addictive. Honestly. Look at it. I don't know enough children. I've got a pattern that I want to do for like all the adults in my life, but this feels like one that kids will love. I only know one child well enough to be able to do one for them. But hey, you might be seeing one soon. So I'm going to go pop that back in his bed so he doesn't miss it too much. Hello, I'm back. So the last project that I wanted to show you that I've completed, as I say, isn't actually here with me. And that's because it's currently on display. I'm filming this in mid-June and it is on display in what we call Swindon Arts Fringe. And it's on at the old Argos building in Swindon and 16 Canal Walk. And it is, I think there's 14 exhibitions in one venue with 2 other venues holding 1 other exhibition each. So 3 venues, 16 exhibitions. So instead of showing you the completed piece right here, right now, I'm going to show you some of the process on how I made it, especially because it was something completely different for me and hopefully completely different for you. catching up with me today on the Project Buster series. Next time I see you, I'm hoping that I'll have more of that fox cross stitch done, as well as be able to share with you a secret project that I have been doing that has been taking up quite a bit of my time. In the meantime, if you want to see some of my artwork, or if you want to see me try and get some projects done, give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.